Hi, my name is Barry Manandi and you're listening to the ZiFM Sport podcast.
Zimbabwe's finest radio. ZiFM Stereo.
It's Lionel Messi! He scored! The goal the world wanted!
It's time for the biggest sports stories.
It's Neymar trying to feed it through. It's a stretch and it's in! And I can't remember the last time I saw something like this. Extraordinary scenes.
The biggest interviews.
It's more difficult. Obviously, it's more difficult.
And all the analysis right here.
If they play poorly, they come back, they've got all the excuses. You can't have it both ways.
Every weekday, it's my sport, it's your sport. It's ZiFM Sport. Let's join the team for the biggest show in the world of sport on ZiFM Stereo. My station, your station.
It's a very good evening, Zimbabwe. It is the top sports show on radio. Nay, we say probably the best show on radio. You've been waiting for it all day, and now it is here on your favorite station, my station, your station. Keep it right here. Keep it Z. Why? Because we've got a packed show for you today. Where on the home front, we caught up with Zimbabwe speedster Ngoni Makusha, who has set his sights on qualifying for the World Championships in Doha. And in our international sports news, Australia lead 2-0 in their one-day international series against Pakistan, and they will claim another one-day international series victory with a win this evening. And in the beautiful game, we wrap up the storylines from the international break and look ahead to the return of league football in Europe as well as all over the globe. The studio team delivering the show for you. Yesterday it was a two-pronged attack. Today we go three at the top. Is Alois Bunjira, Chris Gray, me, Barry Manandi, and on production, as always, the ever-present, the one who is our Iniesta, Sean Tafirenyika.
The Warriors, the Chevrons, the Cheetahs, the Mighty Warriors, and the Sables. From the pool to the track to the field, we are Team Zimbabwe. The home front. Local sports news and analysis.
Ngoni Makusha's management team knew they needed to think more outside the box if they were to help the diminutive speedster achieve his goal of qualifying for this year's IAAF World Championships in Doha, Qatar. With 2 gold medals and a personal best time under his belt already, Team Makusha looks to have found the missing piece to the puzzle, which is to focus on less than the 24-year-old favorite to 100-meter race and concentrate on the 200. Earlier, we caught up with Ngoni Makusha, who filled us in on how he's handling the transition to 200 meters.
I'm just concentrating more on the 200 meters because it reduces the workload for me. So we discussed with my coaches and staff. I have a better chance of qualifying in the 200 meters than in the 100 meters. So that's why this season I'm concentrating more on the 200 meters than the 100 meters. Right now, I think it's really going well. 20.49 is a good time. I'm really enjoying it because I have good speed endurance, so I have no problem adapting to 200 meters. And 200 meters, for me, in the 100 meters are like my last phase. I'll be more strong when I go back to running 100 meters. So it's really helpful.
So this youngster is transitioning to 200 meters because clearly that's where he performs better. But is it necessarily a good idea if that's not the thing that he actually wants to do?
I think at this stage it's not exactly about what he wants to do. I think it's what he's best at, and I think that's where he needs to focus. And for me, I think he's made the right decision because 200 meters seems to be his strong suit. Even if we track his progress since he burst onto the scene in terms of the senior circuit, the 200 meters has always been the one that he's shone in. You look at the last meeting. I mean, he took part in the Gauteng North Athletics Championship and the Potchefstroom Athletics meet, and he not only collected 2 gold medals from the 2 meets, he also managed to achieve a PB time, which is personal best time of 20.49 seconds in the semi-finals of Gauteng North Athletics Championship. So already that tells you that they're tracking his progress and seeing that he's making far more progress in the 200 meters. The 100 meters already, as we know, at elite level, at the world-class level, level has got a lot of subscription. The 200 meters is a place where he can shine. And in truth, for little Zimbabwe, for Ngoni Makusha, if he achieves a final appearance at the World Athletics Championships, let alone qualification for the World Athletics Championships, that's success in itself.
So, Alice, for you, you're a former athlete, and in terms of sometimes you're played in positions you don't want to play in, sometimes you have to switch over to something else, but you perform better in that. Does that affect your performance overall?
Not really. You know, sometimes it's appreciative to be versatile.
Yes.
You know, to play in a whole lot of different places, do a lot of different things. It's actually good for the particular player. You know, we had actually the same debate at Cape United. And I was telling the Cape United players that, you know, when the coach decides that you are not a striker, you are a left back. Already the coach is trained to see the attributes that you have, that you can actually do better this way. So when he sees that, he will help you and train you to be that player that he has visualized that you can be. And the other advantage for that player is that the coach has already decided for you, probably has got plans for you, so he has already a place tailor-made for you, but you are struggling in a place that the coach doesn't really think you are good at. So there's already a negative vibe between you and the coach, because you are fighting to play where the coach doesn't want you to play.
So specialization is a lot better.
You specialize, but with the confidence of the people around you that believe that this is the best position for you. I'll go and say I'm a striker, and everybody else thinks I'm a very better right back. You know, and I keep on doing that. So people don't really give me the speciality, the training that I really need at that position, because they've got a negative aspect on it that he is not a striker.
I need you to commit, because I'm not getting it. Are you for specialization or are you for versatility?
Myself, I'm for versatility.
You're for versatility?
Yes.
Can I give you an example? Can I throw out an example here, Chris?
Yeah.
You remember the Dynamo side with Tawanda Mparati, where he was Soccer Star of the Year?
Yeah.
There was a player there, what was his Malabombe? What was his name? The Brazilian.
I don't remember his name.
He played in every single position barring the goalkeeper. The only thing he didn't do was put on the gloves. For me, and this is with full respect to Tawanda Mparati, who was a phenomenal player in that season, the Brazilian was the best player on show. Here's why he didn't get onto the calendar, why he didn't then win the Soccer Star of the Year award. It's because he played everywhere. He played at right back, he played right side of midfield, he played left back, he played centre half.
When you were watching him, did you appreciate him?
I appreciated him.
So why
and
did the other people that were voting not appreciate the thing?
Because what they do is they appreciate the specialist. They appreciate the guy who's going to... When the team is announced, he's announced as a centre half week in, week out, and they'll call him the best centre half in the country. Right now, I believe some of what is letting God knows Murira down at the moment is the fact that he yes, we know that his best position is right back, but he's been played right side of midfield. He's been moved, shifted around, played in the holding midfield position as well. Some of that is letting him down because of that lack of specialization.
Yes.
Now I
can answer you. Now I can answer you, babe. This is got an advantage to the player.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying versatility, you need it as a player, because there will come a time when there's a guy that will be better than you in that place that you think you are specialized, and you're doomed.
Work harder.
Yeah, you can work harder.
Okay, can you take a pause right there? Can we take a pause right there?
But you go to a saturation point.
Okay, so this kid that we're talking about, bringing him back to athletics.
100%, yeah, that's fine.
Ngoni, he's 24 years old.
Yep.
Is this not a bit too late to be switching his speciality? Especially considering age.
No, he's already doing it.
He was already doing the 200 and he was doing the 100.
Yes.
Now, the situation was he was where Alois loves to be. He was versatile.
Yeah, I want to be Michael Johnson.
Hold the phone, brother.
200, 100.
Michael Johnson was and is referred to in some quarters as the greatest of all time. He's not a good example. Ngoni Makusha, with respect, hold on. With respect to Ngoni Makusha, he's not going to be the GOAT. Okay,
Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis had again another goal. You're just highlighting goals.
No, I'm saying when you are that versatile, do you know that if Bolt, if you wanted to win the gold in the 400 meters, you would just grab it. You would take it.
Why doesn't he do it?
No,
he
this train.
specializes,
No, this
boss.
train.
Specializes.
This train, because of the events were coming. But he
my
could just do it.
My belief is that Ngoni Makusha has made the right decision. He's specializing now in the 200. We're going to know him for the 200. All of his training, every technique, everything that he's going to do is to better his 200-meter time. We're going to see.
Okay, well, we're going to get to see because he competes next month in South Africa, the Spa Grand Prix Series. So we're going to see how he continues to do.
But look at this, Chris. Okay, just last point. He was 0.9 seconds off the qualifying time for the World Championships in the 200 at those South African meets that we talked about earlier. In the 200. And that's because he's focused. He knows exactly what he's doing. Specialize or die. Let us know what your thoughts are. 0731 168 045. Specialize or be versatile. Don't forget, you can also send your hashtags. The hashtag is Profeeds Trivia if you want to participate in our quiz. It comes up straight after the play of the day. Remember, we're talking about Mrs. PK this week. That is Shakira. We'll let you know some facts and stats about her life as we play another banger from her repertoire of music. 0731 168 045. Specialize or die or be versatile and be
Barry,
all things.
That's making up an opinion for someone. You can't say specialize or die.
Be all things to all men.
Zimbabwe's finest radio. ZiFM Stereo.
Now let's give you a roundup of your local sports news, where we start with athletics. We'll give you some swimming news and we'll wrap it up with the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. In athletics news, and there's an athletics theme today's show, where Zimbabwe's top ultra-distance athletes have confirmed participation at this year's Matopo's 33-miler ultra marathon taking place in Bulawayo on the 6th of April. Last year's winners, Andrew Chimbidzikai of Black Rhinos Athletics Club and Mr. Pace's Chiedza Chokore will be at the starting line in the heart of the Matopo's National Park to defend their titles. Bulawayo Athletics Board Chairperson Manuel Mpofu also confirmed that Marco Mambo, who finished 5th last year in South Africa's premier race, the Comrades Marathon, has also confirmed participation. That should be an exciting one. Let's dive into the water with swimming, where Zimbabwe's top junior swimmers impressed at the South Africa National Junior Championships held at Kings Park Pool, where they clinched 15 medals while breaking some records in the process. Zimbabwe Aquatic Union President Mary Kloppers was impressed with the level of performance displayed by the youngsters. Zimbabwe broke 8 records at the meet, including Donata Katai's incredible swim, which saw her breaking Kirsty Coventry's African junior world record for the 100-meter backstroke. Fantastic. Katai, a Form 3 student at Gateway High, swam 1 minute 5.6 seconds, taking more than 1.5 seconds off Kirsty Coventry's record set in 1998. And the Honourable Minister turned in her bed because she was very disappointed with that, and yet still impressed because she's the Minister of Sport. Kirsty Coventry, your record is gone, and congratulations to Donata Katai for that performance in South Africa. Let's wrap it up with football. Get back onto the football field, where Castle Lager Premier Soccer League, only 9 stadiums have been approved by ZiFM ahead of the 2019 Premier Soccer League season that begins this weekend in Harare National Sports Stadium, and Rufaro have been given the green light to host league matches, while Bulawayo has Barberfields and Luveve. Ngezi Platinum Stars, Baobab and FC Platinum Mandava and Shawane are also fit to host games, while Nyamunga in Kariba, the Colliery in Wange and Gibo in Triangle complete the list. As we said at the top of the show, don't miss out on our build-up tomorrow and Friday to the big kickoff in the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League, the top tier of domestic football. Football is back.
Qualcomm, the home of great food, celebrates its 75th birthday. As a thank you to all our customers, we have amazing price cuts on all your favorite products. Enjoy unbelievably reduced prices on our frozen boerewors, breakfast and ready-to-eat sausages. Celebrate 75 years of wholesome, tasty goodness. Available at all leading retail stores and Qualcomm shops nationwide. Qualcomm, 75 years of greatness.
Tiles is celebrating its 25th anniversary, and we are slashing prices by up to 20% on all our ceramic tiles, porcelain tiles, and our laminate flooring. Yes, you heard right, 20%. Visit us at 5 Samora Michelle Avenue and our state-of-the-art showroom and fully stocked warehouse at 80 Simon Mazoredze Road. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Don't miss out on this crazy offer. Hurry while stocks last.
Need mileage for your business? La Decima Print House is your all-in-one printing solution. Your one-stop shop litho printing for all your flyers, brochures, newsletters, church posters, company profiles, annual reports, all quick BizHub digital stationery printing, dissertations and general, photocopying services, HP large format printer for office signage branding, vehicle branding, and banners, DTG M6 industrial digital t-shirt and fabric printing, corporate gifts, and many more. La Decima Print House has packages that can be tailor-made to suit your business's unique printing needs. To place your order, call La Decima Print House on 0772 413 603 or 242 446 466, or visit us at Unit 9B, 75 Roberts Drive, Masasa, Harare. La Decima Print House. If you can think it, we can ink it.
Here we go again.
Enjoy world-class radio online. ZiFM Stereo is available on TuneIn. Search for ZiFM Stereo and you got it.
From the front of the grid to the back of the net, it's ZiFM Sport. International Sports News Roundup, where the world comes out to play.
All right, let's go international sports news roundup, and we begin with cricket news, where Australian skipper Aaron Finch won the toss and opted to bat in the third one-day international against Pakistan in Abu Dhabi. The tourists, who lead the 5-match series 2-0 after winning both the first two games by 8 wickets in Sharjah, brought in fast bowler Pat Cummins for Jai Richardson, who dislocated his shoulder on Sunday and has returned home. Another fast bowler, Jason Berendorf, replaced Nathan Coulter-Nile in the lineup. Now let's give you the scorecard as it stands presently. Australia batted first, as we said earlier, put up a score of 266 for the loss of 6 wickets in their allotted 60 overs. Some key innings there. Aaron Finch, the captain, making that decision to go in and bat and scoring a massive score, 90 off 136 balls. Hanscom putting up 47 or 43 balls. He was going absolutely like the clappers. And then Glenn Maxwell, of course, the big show, came in and did his 71 or 55 balls. That contributing to that 266 total for 6. Pakistan, in response, have faced 9.5 overs in their allotted 50 overs. They are currently 21 for the loss of 3 wickets. The wickets that are down are Imam ul Haq, Shan Musad and Haris Sohail. Those are, my apologies, Shan Masood, Haris Sohail and Mohammad Rizwan. At the crease are Imam ul Haq, who's sitting on 15, and then Shoaib Malik, who's sitting on 1 run. Their score, just a repetition there, 21 for the loss of 3 wickets. That is after 10.1 overs. Looking like Australia might be able to defend that total of 266 because certainly they are taking wickets at regular intervals. And if that continues, if Pakistan don't put up a good partnership or someone doesn't make a big score, Australia should be able to make this 3-zip in the one-day international series.
Hi, this is Benjamin Locke. I'm on the Zimbabwe Davis Cup team, and you're listening to ZiFM Sport.
Around the world in 60 seconds, international sports news.
We take off in Miami, where Novak Djokovic conceded off-court distractions have proved detrimental after he suffered a surprise defeat by Roberto Bautista Agut in the Miami Open fourth round, his second early exit on the American hard courts this month. The world number one, who lost to Philip Kohlschreiber in the third round at Indian Wells, has faced questions as the president of the ATP Player Council since the contract of the tour's president, Chris Komode, was not renewed. Djokovic dismissed suggestions that a rift with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal over the ongoing fallout from Komode's ousting prior to the tournament, and his latest setbacks was 1-6, 7-5, 6-3 defeat against Spanish world number 25. Over to Joburg, where double Olympic 800-meter champion Caster Semenya says she is no threat to women's sport in response to comments from Sebastian Coe. The South African said comments made by the IAAF president have reopened old wounds. Semenya is awaiting a court of arbitration for sport verdict on her appeal against an IAAF regulation that says female athletes classed as having differences in sexual development gain an unfair advantage due to their high testosterone level, though only in races between 400 and 1,000 meters. Over to London, where we touch down, where Formula One are a step closer in their 2021 rules revolution after setting the framework for the sport's future. Formula One and the FIA presented team bosses with their proposals discussing new technical and sporting regulations, power unit rules, costs, governance, and revenue distribution. Formula One's official website said the sport is aiming to begin a new chapter in its illustrious history, and the championship took a step closer to making that happen from 2021 onwards as a result of the London meeting.
ZiFM stereo is untouchable.
The Daily Sports Trivia question is brought to you by Profeeds. Profeeds, your feed and farm professionals.
It's competition time, and we are counting down the days. On Friday, it's going to be a bumper show because we'll be doing a draw live in a studio for the Profeeds monthly winner. And if you want to be part of that, you need to have sent your hashtag. Remember, this month we're giving away a 4-plate Capri gas stove. It's our second draw of the year. It's on this Friday, and you could be the winner. Our quizmaster today is the wonderful Chris.
And you still insist not to call me a quiz mistress?
It's not a thing? It's not gender sensitive.
So we have Stan on the line. Hey, Stan.
It's Talk More.
It's Talk More.
Talk More?
How are you, Talk More?
I'm good, Chris. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Where are you calling us from?
I'm from Buhera.
Oh, you are from Buhera?
Wow.
Okay, so we have lots of people sending us messages from Buhera because I know I chose someone from Buhera.
Yeah, we do love your show.
Yeah.
Thank you. We
so
love
much.
you too, man.
So 2 questions for you, and you could be into the draw to win that Capri gas stove and oven. Are you ready for your 2 questions?
Yes, bring it on.
Who's the 100-meter backstroke Africa junior record holder? Whose 100-meter backstroke Africa junior record did Donata Katai break at the South Africa Junior National Championships in Durban? That is correct.
Yeah,
nice.
You've been listening to the show, buddy.
Yeah.
And your second question, this one is international. Who's the current men's number 1 in tennis?
Tennis?
Yes.
Can you do a multiple choice question?
Okay. Is it Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, or Novak Djokovic? In truth, it could be any of the above. Look, I like you because you're from Buhera, so I'm going to give you a very easy clue.
Yeah.
His nickname is Nole.
Nole?
Yes.
Novak.
There you go, Djokovic. Well done, Talk More. Well done, buddy. Stay tuned to the show.
Bunj.
Oh, Bunjanzi, hey.
By who?
By Talk More.
I can't hear.
How are you?
I can't hear. Is he talking?
He says, how are you?
I'm okay, my brother. Do you support Cape United?
Yeah, and I'm
Thank
from
you.
Chungwiza.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
And he's from Chungwiza as well.
He's speaking so low. Yes, now you're speaking. You from Zengeza?
No, from Unit D.
Ah, okay. So I'm sure you used to come and watch us when we were playing for Chungwiza Youth Stars, right?
I'm so young.
Talk more. Thanks for playing, man. Thanks for being part of the show. And don't forget that we'll be holding our prestigious Profeeds Arlington International from the 12th to the 14th of April 2019. This is the premier event in the eventing equine calendar with 6 countries, including Zimbabwe, competing. The other countries are Zambia, South Africa, Kenya, Swaziland, and Namibia. We are expecting 130 to 150 competitors in various categories.
And you know what? Everyone is welcome to join these 3 days of high-octane entertainment with lots of thrills and hopefully no spills on offer. You want to bring your umbrellas, chairs, and come and enjoy what's on offer from Africa's finest equine athletes. Entry will be $5 RTGS dollars per head each day. Full bar and catering will be available.
The Daily Sports Trivia question was brought to you by Profeeds. Profeeds, the performance feed.
To all you Twitter heads, connect with ZiFM Stereo on twitter.com/ZiFM Stereo. /ZiFM Stereo.
Fan Zone. Get in touch with the team and have your say your way.
Operator.
You can hit us up on 0731168045 or on Twitter or on Facebook at ZiFM Sport. We got a whole lot of messages, and this is about the raging discussion: versatility or specialization.
Lovely.
So, hashtag Profeeds Trivia to start off with. Good evening, Alois. And everyone else, I suppose.
That's right, yeah.
And I've joined a local team, and they frown on the fact that I play anywhere across midfield and in attack. It's very negative, so I'm a bit stuck. I personally think that versatility is more positive than specializing. His name is Tiago.
Yeah, you see.
But see what it's doing to the player, though.
No, you don't arrive at a team and tell the coach that no. Oh, the coach asked you, which position do you play? You can't say, I play striker or right back. No, even the goalkeeper can also play. You can't arrive and say that. You talk about versatility. I said it breeds from your coach, from the people that are watching you. Because you know what? Just forget about Henry Chari. He was a striker.
No.
He was a striker. We're like, no, but we can utilize you better as a defender. No, let's try you here. Then you, but you can play there. But in days that we don't have a striker, look at Van Dijk. He is versatile. It doesn't mean that he is specializing as a striker and as a defender. He is a defender. He is specializing as a defender. But when the coach needs him to go up front to grab a goal, they know they can count on him. That's what I'm talking about.
What you're describing is flexibility. We're not. You're here. I'm talking about. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, Baz.
Let me explain. And I want to go back to the example of the Brazilian Thomas Magurimbo. Thank you, Mike Madura. Thomas Magurimbo was an outstanding player. Outstanding at Dynamo.
He was a defensive midfielder.
He played everywhere. He played defensive midfield. He played right back. He played left back.
Let's be honest.
Everywhere.
We knew him as a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, but
they were only using him when they needed him, when somebody else is not available.
But he was
which was good for the team.
He was never appreciated for his ability at defensive midfield.
We blame you for that. Blame the people that didn't appreciate.
Let's have another message.
Another one. Great show as usual, guys. Evening, gents. My take is that be versatile early in your career, but specialize soon after turning pro. By that time, your coaches will also know what you're best at. All right. So many messages. Okay, here's an interesting one. Hey guys, I think that specialization should be for the talented sportsmen, those who have it in their genes like Bolt, who can't be easily replaced. Then versatility is for average sportsmen who can be replaced so easily, so long as to prolong their career in case they're replaced. And there's a bit of shade there. That's a little bit of shade.
Okay, he's
throwing some shade.
Okay, let's
what
go.
About Michael Johnson? He didn't specialize, but he was the world's best.
Here's the deal.
Carl
Louis.
You could
remember, hold on, Louis.
Okay.
Remember the message you got first, that Chris read first. It was saying that I'm not being appreciated at the club I've just arrived at.
That's a real life scenario.
Hold on, and said I can play everywhere. That's why. That's why.
Exactly.
You don't do that.
But Bunj.
You don't do that.
That's self-defeating. Your argument is self-defeating.
No, I'm saying when you are at a club, You have your position, but let the club use you when they can. Let the club
be flexible.
Barry. you play. Yes.
Okay.
Be flexible. Okay, I would say be flexible and versatile. Yes,
okay, another message. Versatility. What would happen if David Warner and Steve Smith are seen in a hardware shop? Mighty awkward.
Nah, that's actually funny. But anyway, moving on. They're back in cricket. That's what's important. Let's go.
Another message here. Sorry, scrolling.
Lots of messages.
A good example, Chipotozo left Boso as a striker, then came back as a defender.
Flexibility.
No, it's versatile.
That's versatility. That's versatility.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's impossible for you to be flexible or versatile, whatever terminology you want to use. But I'm saying that it's more.
Player, it doesn't mean you don't have your best position. That's what you need to understand. It doesn't mean you don't have your best position. You have your best position when all things are equal. The coach will play you at your best position. But a versatile player now will be like, okay, guys, we are one man short in this position. We can shift this guy, this one here. You are actually very valuable to the team.
Should you not then have that position that you are good at, that you love, be the one you specialize in, the one you train in, the one you sharpen, and the one you excel in?
I used to play as a midfielder, but I got an injury, but I was also useful as a defender. So in case of injury, you must also be able to switch.
Look, I agree with the fact that you should be flexible. Look, there's always...
You agree with the fact that you should be versatile.
James Milner.
You agree with the fact that you should be versatile.
James Milner...
Don't try to run away from versatile and say flexible.
James Milner is unlikely to go onto the calendar in England, in inverted commas, okay? Where in their pantheon of greats, the soccer stars and all sorts.
Is that what you're worried about?
Why? Because he doesn't specialize.
But is he valuable for Liverpool?
Very valuable. Very valuable. But he will never be appreciated and will never excel.
I've got no further questions, sir.
He'll never excel like Virgil van Dijk.
No.
Virgil van Dijk is a defender, and we know he's a centre half.
That is his limit. It's not about he's not progressing because he is versatile. He is not progressing because in his favored position he has reached his limit.
So let's use a classic Zimbabwean term. Let's agree to disagree.
Okay.
Did you know you can move money from your bank account into your Telecash wallet or any other wallet through Zipit? First, register for mobile banking with your bank today and enjoy Telecash's cashless ecosystem. Once the money is in your Telecash wallet, you can do many more things, including buying airtime, paying for Telecel bills for yourself and others, swiping for retail purchases using your Telecash Gold Card on any ZimSwitch POS machines, buying Zesa prepaid tokens for yourself and others, paying for insurance premiums, console, other utility bills, and much, much more. Telecash seamless and flawless convenience at your fingertips. Go cashless with Telecash. Call 153 for more details. So go ahead.
Tell someone.
Sometimes life can sweep in like a flood and destroy so much of what we hold dear, but it can't wipe away our hope. On the 28th of March at Bordelbrook, the CEO Africa Roundtable, in association with AB Communications, AMH Group, and Zimbabwe Christian Golfers Association, hosts Cyclone for Help. It's an opportunity to help those who can't help themselves. For $100 individually, $400 per team, you can play to win and help those who can't help themselves. Call Fungai on 0715 427 935 or fungai@ceoart.org and let's Cyclone for help for those who can't help themselves.
This is ZiFM Stereo.
The big leagues, the big teams, the big players. The beautiful game on ZiFM Sport.
Now, Italy head coach Roberto Mancini has no doubts the veteran striker Fabio Quagliarella can maintain his fitness until Euro 2020. Sampdoria striker Quagliarella, the top striker in Serie A this season with 21 goals, became the oldest goal scorer in Italy's history when he netted in the Euro 2020 qualifier against Liechtenstein last night. Aged 36 years and 54 days old, the Sampdoria forward scored a 35th minute penalty, putting Mancini's side 3-0 up. The veteran added a second spot kick in first half stoppage time as Italy extended their lead en route to a comprehensive 6-0 victory in Parma. And you and Mike Alus yesterday were talking about Italy needing to cement their position as one of the top teams in the world because we need a good Italian side for world football. Yes. And one of the things that you pointed out on last night's show was that they need a gunman, a man who's going to deliver the goals. Quagliarella, long in the tooth, but he can deliver.
Yeah, he is good. You know, he can deliver, but he still needs that prolonged scoring time, scoring period. He needs to show us that he is there, and they don't need one.
Absolutely. But right now, they've got somebody they can look at. He's topping the charts in Serie A.
Yeah, he is topping the charts in Serie A. Yes, which is a good thing. That's why I'm saying, yes, we need him to do that. You know, we're actually happy that he is actually doing that. He is Italian and he is doing that. We need him. So we are saying like, okay, one, they need him. So we have got one now. So what do we do now?
We need
let's
have
another one. Let's have 2, 3, 4, so that we know that they can actually have a pool to select on. What if he is not on form? What if we give him a prolonged time in the national team and he doesn't deliver? We still need an option. They don't have much option.
Well, right now
Italian, they don't have. But at least now we got someone.
Yeah,
we can look forward to. Let's try him, but we still need somebody to actually give him an option. What do we do if he doesn't fire?
100%. Well, some key Euro 2020 qualifying results. Ireland a 1-0 over Georgia. Norway a 3-3 draw with Sweden. An absolute cracker that was. Switzerland another 6-goal thriller. 3-3 with Denmark. And then Bosnia and Herzegovina with a 2-2 draw against with Greece. Spain 2-0 over Malta. And then, as we said earlier, 6-0 over Liechtenstein was the result that Italy got.
And Lionel Scaloni said Argentina's best is yet to come following their unconvincing 1-0 friendly victory over Morocco in the absence of Lionel Messi. Substitute Angel Correa spared Scaloni's blushes with the match-winning goal 7 minutes from time in a blustery Tangier last night. Now, he was pointing to the fact that, there were some windy conditions, but Argentina's almost on a mission to rebuild. It's like a rebuild, but not really rebuild. How are they doing in terms of their attempt to kind of show the world what they can do?
I think they're doing well. I think they're well on course and delivering results and getting the wins when even without Lionel Messi is always going to give the rest of the team confidence. It's always going to give the world of football the right sort of messaging, because right now we're talking about a win for Argentina. The more we can include that in our punditry, in our media language, the better it is for Argentina, better it is that they're headed in the right direction. So for me, perfect.
Your results from selected matches: Nigeria 1-0 against Egypt, Senegal with a 2-1 win over Mali, Tunisia going down against Algeria 1-0, the USA and Chile draw 1-1, and Mexico 4-2 against Paraguay.
All the rivalry.
The captain likes the touch paper. It is blue touch paper. Always him on Derby Day.
All the stars.
Absolutely brilliant again from Mo Salah. The twinkling feet, the ice cool finish, the Egyptian on fire.
And all the game-changing moments.
Aguero!
All the updates from the Premier League on ZiFM Sport.
This is the league we want to watch.
All right, now the European Club Association will discuss major changes to the Champions League in a meeting with UEFA, where one of the main topics will be potential promotion and relegation. The ECA, which represents all the major clubs on the continent, began talks with UEFA last week regarding the structure of the continental competitions, and they believe it is logical to introduce promotion and relegation. Andrea Agnelli, the chairman of the ECA, stated that promotion and relegation were natural in leagues across Europe, and it might be logical internationally. Bunch! What do you reckon about that? Having a Champions League that has relegation and promotion, shucks. That's major in terms of administration and
sounds
also
messy. It sounds messy.
It sounds messy, but probably it brings good football. For the fans, it's actually quite good.
Yeah.
For the fans, we talked about if in the European Cup, the cup that was on just now. It brings out the best teams competing against each other, and the smaller teams competing against each other, and that is also good competition. That is actually also good football for that. As much as it's cumbersome and messy and all that.
What about the development of the game, though? I mean, we've got the wonderful story of Ajax in the current campaign. And listen, just to put hearts and minds at ease, these changes, they say, are likely to take about 18 months. So we won't see any changes before sort of 2024. But we've seen a wonderful story of Ajax coming up with youngsters in this Champions League edition. Those sort of stories will be few and far between if Ajax is playing the Portos of this world and playing the teams within its age bracket in inverted commas.
Oh yeah, that one will be taken away.
Yeah,
most definitely that one is gonna be taken away. We talked about it in rugby as well.
Yes,
it stunts the growth of the other teams, like the stories, big time stories that the upsets. It stops that. But if you want to see competitive football and to see the development, it is good to actually see that Ajax came from the third division. Now they are in the second division. Now they are in the first division. We can actually see progress of those teams that are actually developing. We can actually account for teams that we can actually see their growth, their development. We can actually see, yes, it will be that excitement will be taken away. The giant killing excitement is going to be taken away.
But on the plus side, Chris, doesn't it also then give us an opportunity for teams like Molde, teams that classically your teams out of Switzerland, Norway, the lesser nations and lesser leagues, an opportunity for them to play for something, progress and see progress in their development as well. On the plus side, doesn't that get achieved because they're playing those teams that are part of because many teams, you'll get a Molde that will always qualify for the Champions League, but they know
in the preliminary and they are,
and they can't make the group stages every year in, year out.
It does help in terms of that, but like I said, for me it sounds messy. It sounds like a big administrative mess. Obviously, if they're considering it, then they've kind of worked out some of those logistical and administrative kinks.
Yeah.
But for me, in as much as that aspect will help in terms of development, it sounds messy.
Sounds messy for Chris. Let's hear what else we got on the show.
And also, former Manchester United manager Louis van Gaal says Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactics are similar to Jose Mourinho, and the only difference is that the Norwegian is winning. So Solskjaer has been praised for implementing a more attacking style of football since taking the reins at Old Trafford in December. But Van Gaal, sacked by United in 2016, said that is not the case. He said, quote, "The coach after me, that's Mourinho, changed the park the bus tactics and played on the counter." Van Gaal told the BBC, he said that now there's another coach who parks the bus and plays on the counter. The main difference between Mourinho and Solskjaer is that Solskjaer is winning. Alois, what do you think of that comment?
I think, you know what, he's jealous. I think he's jealous. Manchester United, since Solskjaer came, he hasn't parked the bus. We have actually seen Manchester United actually going forward in attacking. I haven't seen the bus. I'm one person who actually watches football and look at the lines, at the defensive lines.
I saw the bus. I saw the bus against Paris Saint-Germain playing on the counter.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. It was a game. Look, against Paris Saint-Germain. Against Paris Saint-Germain, the idea was not to concede first, which is because conceding first, they attack different tactics that you actually use as per that game.
So
that game
you
actually
defend.
Huh?
So you defend.
Which team doesn't defend?
No, but you defend with that block.
Entirely like no.
Okay,
the statement was like Solskjaer, that is his type of play. That's what I read about this. He didn't say he was defending against.
So does Solskjaer play attacking football or defensive football?
look at which game did he park the bus in the EPL?
Has Manchester United become a counter-attacking team, in your view?
No, it's not a counter-attacking team. They're actually playing blow by blow. They're actually playing football. They're not a counter-attacking
against Arsenal.
Team.
Yeah, let's take a look at that game against Arsenal.
No, if you have a team
that is top six opposition.
Wait, you know, when you have a team that is attacking you, I call it the team is keeping you on the back foot. It's not like you are defending. You're on the back foot. The team is pelting missiles at you. They're coming at you. They're keeping you at the back foot.
But when you start like that,
you go back. But it's not like you parking a bus.
But when you start
like the back foot.
But when you start like that and then continue that way, I can name examples. I talked about Paris Saint-Germain, talked about Arsenal, talked about Spurs even. Manchester United started.
I think there are a lot of people picking on Ole. I think he's picking on Ole because there are moments in the game that the team is on the back foot. It's allowed, it's expected. When you're on the back foot, it's not parking the bus. Parking the bus is what Mourinho used to do. Even against a team that we are better against, you will just stand there park the bus.
Can I give you some more bad news?
What's it?
Barcelona are closely following Marcus Rashford's development.
Look, I've always thought that boy is not going to be staying at Manchester United forever. I actually thought that Real Madrid is the one that was going to come knocking, because they badly need somebody in that position. Yeah, but I'm not surprised.
So you being a United fan and a Real Madrid
I'll be sad
fan.
that I'll be sad if he goes to Barcelona, but I'll be fine if he goes to Real Madrid.
Of course you would, you're a Madrid fan and Napoli president. Aurelio De Laurentiis hopes Carlo Ancelotti can become the club's Sir Alex Ferguson and said he has a job for life. That was here speaking at a meeting of the European Club Association in Amsterdam. De Laurentiis said he would be happy if Ancelotti goes on to emulate Ferguson's 27-year reign at Manchester United manager and become a figure of identity for his club. Our identity is that we wrap up at 7 o'clock. It's 1 minute to 7 o'clock. That means that we have to go. We'll catch you tomorrow for the short show. It's 30 minutes long, but we pack it full of detail. Don't miss it. May God richly bless you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Manande, out.
Be sure to catch ZiFM Sport every weekday on ZiFM Stereo. My station, your station.